In this session, I'll be telling you about different type of asexual spores formed in fungus. As I've already informed you that different type of asexual spores formed in fungus are either zoospores, aplanospores, those are also called sporangiospores, and they can be conidia even. So today we'll have to talk about how do they look. When you talk about sporangiospores are formed on some body, and these body are holding structure and they are called sporangiophore. Phore is the moiety on which something coming, and that something here is sporangiospore. So the phore is the moiety. Now onto this moiety there is this shape generated which is called sporangium. Now sporangium, it's for singular thing. If there are many sporangium, you will be calling it as sporangia. So this sporangium will be the cover in which spores will be forming. Now what will happen in here, you will see the spores will be forming. Now spores could be what you call aplanospores. They can also be zoospores. One portion you can see here, this is columella. Now columella, what happens is, this is the sterile portion. Sterile means it doesn't take part any what you call in any activity of the fertility or reproduction. But it helps in dehiscence of what you call sporangium. It helps in breaking off what you call sporangium. So sporangia will be breaking and the spores will be coming out. Now I've told you there are two types of what you call sporangiospores. One is zoospores, another is aplanospores. So zoospores are something which is having the flagella. And one very important thing, what happens in one of the very important fungus which is called saprolangia. In saprolangia, two types of zoospores are present. One is primary zoospore, another is secondary zoospore. And presence of two types of spore in saprolangia, the phenomenon it's called diaplanetism. So it can be asked, the diaplanetism is found in. Your answer should be saprolangia. Or what is diaplanetism? Your answer should be presence of two types of zoospores. But you also have aplanospores, those are non-motile, they don't have flagella. When you talk about very important thing which happens in penicillium, now penicillium is one among the very important fungus which gives you the drug called penicillin. And penicillium reproduces with the asexual spores called conidia. You can look, there are the chains of conidia, they are the conidia coming. Now this particular structure where conidia comes, it's called conidiophore. Like the way it was called sporangiophore, they are called conidiophore. Onto conidiophore, the branching occurs, and the branching are called, first of all, the branching is there which is called rami. Then you have matulae, then you have strigmata, and on strigmata you will have chains of conidia coming. And conidia, I've told you, they are exogenous. You can look, they are exogenous. But here, what you call the aplanospores or the zoospores are endogenous. They are bind in the cavity. They are free, arranged in the chain. So always remember, conidia are free, they are exogenous. And what you call aplanospores or zoospores are bound, they are endogenous. Now, in the next session, I'll be talking about different details of sexual reproduction happening in fungus.